was it? No, in fact, we can just...
Set and match. I'll shut the gate. They're going to do it again. The Kanaka Million goes with and stays with.
Kia ora, good evening. We're here from the old Rackman's bachelor pad down at Alexandra Park. Of course, boys get paid. Coming at you live, I should say, from the Rackman's bachelor pad at Alexandra Park. But out of practice, mate. It's been a few weeks. It's very good to see you, though.
Yeah, mate. You know, it's good to see you, mate. Mate, it has been a few weeks. There's been a fair bit going on.
I feel like you should be hosting this because it's your house. Like, you know, why have I started? I feel a bit weird. I've come into your house, I've stolen your beers, I've watched your TV, I've sat on your couch, and now I've got to host a podcast.
Yeah, and I feel like I've just stolen some money off you there as well with Canadian Laz.
So I'm not sure if everybody out there is watching the Albion Park Harness tonight. They're probably not, but the Rackman's Whānau's just won with Canadian Lass there in race 2. Was it?
Yeah. I don't know what race it was, but yeah, it was Canadian Lass, yeah.
Paid $11. I was sitting on the couch and said, oh, well, are we having a bet on this? Fuck no, said Rackman. And won.
Unbelievable.
Jesus. Anyway, mate, how are you? You going all right?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. Yep, been really good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to some really good racing. I think there's really good racing on in Australia as well as we start to heat up into the spring. I'm really looking forward to getting to some better tracks. It looks like we're going to have a pretty decent track down Ashburton, which is nice. Looks like we're going to have a pretty decent track tomorrow as well.
Yep.
So two decent tracks over a weekend. That's not been the norm for a long time now. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy about that.
And then Rotorua on Sunday, I think it's heavy at the moment, but if it doesn't rain, it might be a heavy 8. Right, is that a
who knows, maybe,
yeah. Could be a good week of punting. I found it quite hard, mate, because I was sort of like, you know, we got to the Group 1, which obviously wasn't a good track at Ellerslie, but it was a soft. And then we had another Group 1 at Tarapa on a heavy track. And I haven't been punting all winter, but I've kind of been thinking, well, it's spring, so you've got to punt. But I'm punting on heavy tracks, and I'm just fucking losing left, right, and centre, mate. So I really need a good track.
Yeah, I need a good track as well. And I'm now that, you know, a lot of these horses are starting to have their second and third runs as well. I think hopefully we're going to be able to sort of start to put our eye in now.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of these better horses that are running, you know, had 1 or 2 starts, then maybe, you know, they're ready to put up their best ratings and best performances.
Yeah, the trainers must be getting a bit frustrated too, because they're having to scratch a lot of races.
Mate, there's been so many scratchings. Yeah. It'd be interesting to see, like, you know, the total number of scratchings that there's been, you know, over the last 6 weeks or whatever comparison to last year. I'd say it's probably similar. Like, I feel like we go through the same thing every single year where we're like, man, this is so shit. Why is it so wet? And I remember last year, it was wet as well. Like,
was it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I've just got this vision that everything was sunny and we were all happy. We were punting on good tracks, but maybe not. Oh, well, hopefully it turns around. We've got Ellerslie next week, so we might get a good track there, mates.
Yeah, mate, I am pumped to get back to Ellerslie, and having the Livermore at Ellerslie as well is going to be outstanding. I mean, it's going to be an absolutely cracking edition.
Are you backing Ladies Man in there?
I thought Ladies Man was outstanding last start and looks primed. You know what? Like, I've not been a huge fan of La Creek, but, man, she's just been so consistent, and I just can't help but think that maybe she deserves her time in the sun, and it might be over the 2,000 meters at Ellerslie.
She absolutely does. She's been fleeced. 2 races in a row, absolutely fleeced. Like Whitag, you know, if you get beaten by, I love Whitag, good on it. I bet on Whitag basically every time it ran as a 3-year-old, but I've never bet on it since. You get beaten by Whitag in a Group 1 where it runs like an amazing race once or twice a season. It's unfortunate given that La Creek is so consistent and runs second all the time. Yeah,
it's pretty hard to take. And, you know, like Alvenstador went through that like freak phase through like the summer last year.
Yeah, and then Snazzy Tavian won too. La Creek just keeps on fighting a better one, eh?
Yeah.
Who won the Tarzino and beat La Creek? Oh, Quintessa.
Yeah,
like that's
boom down the outside, yeah. And that's going to be another interesting one as well because she's going to be going second up into 2,000 meters.
True.
And the way she went fresh up at Ellerslie, she might just blow their doors off as well. But yeah.
Absolutely. Got scratched last weekend, eh? It was supposed to run maybe down at Matamata or something.
Yeah,
like that.
it had a trial, and then I think it's potentially going to have another trial. I don't know if it's maybe this week at some point. I haven't actually had a look, but going to be trying to get some track work into it too. It's
going to be bloody good. And we've got Al Venstador obviously back at Ellerslie too. And then what's on that night as well? The Everest is on there. Caulfield Cup too. Yeah.
That's massive.
What a day of punting, eh?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then in a few months, mate, of course, we've got the Karaka Millions. What's happening?
Yeah. Well, it's all happening. Like we've sold a decent amount of tickets, which is pretty good. So spoke to the team at Ellerslie, and I think the ticket sales for the Karaka Millions room is pretty much on par with all of their other hospitality there as well. So good to hear that we're sort of not, lagging behind or anything like that. Not that I ever thought that we would, but as we start to build in now, like I think when we start to get to like sort of 50-60% of the tickets sold, I think the FOMO will kick in because there's 200 less tickets than there was last year.
Yeah.
I just say by the time we sort of get to December, I think we'll probably be putting the sold up signs out.
Yeah.
And then of course we've got Rhino who's organising a golf day for the Friday as well.
Is that going to be an Ellerslie pitch and putt? Is that what we're talking about?
That's
the
plan, I think. No, I think that's the plan. Is to
cool.
Try and do it there. Try and keep it all local. And try and sort of keep the price down and just sort of make it more of like a event for everyone to enjoy with each other. Because we could basically go from pitch and putt to Alexander Park
to your house.
Yeah, we could pop in here and watch the races just over the shoulder. But no,
you're definitely going to end up here on Friday night after the races with about 15 people you don't know.
Absolutely no chance, mate. No, I'll be fizzed up and ready to go for Saturday, mate. I'll be having a good night's sleep on that Friday night. That is for sure. Yeah. But hopefully the plan is for Alexander Park to sort us out with a couple of tables or an area that we can take a crew to and have a bit of a night at Alexander Park as well because the harness will be on. So it'll be it's going to be awesome. This might be the last ever Karaka Millions as well. So it feels like a little bit of a swan song. The element of Opie Boston being back, it could really turn this into like an absolute festivity. Punters clubs and Opie Boston go hand in hand together. And if he can come on and put on a clinic, we can get some chance going and bring it back to what we'd had a few years ago. That would be outstanding because even though we had JMac last year and we won a big bet on JMac last year, having who was like an integral and really important part of the growth I think of BGP was Opie and the connection with Opie and Tiako and all that. I think that'll be huge. That'll be really exciting.
He'll want to win, and will he be riding this Origin of Love horse that Luke Kemes has got a fingernail in or a toenail in down at Riccarton on?
Yeah, I'd say if Kemes has anything to do with that, mate. He'll be.
That was a good win.
It was a great win.
Karaka Millions is a long way off, but that wasn't bad.
Yeah. I think.
Is that the one we're talking about, or have I got it wrong?
That's the wrong horse.
That's wrong. Out of the blue.
Yeah.
Sorry,
out of the blue.
Out of the blue. Yeah. Sorry.
Out of the blue.
Involved.
Out of the blue. Yeah. Looks like a good horse. Won pretty well. But it's gonna. It's pretty early days. The good thing is now pretty much in the Karaka Millions now, so it may have to win another round. I'm not sort of normally sure what the stakes money is that you have to win to get in. I guess it was only a $25,000 maiden, wasn't it? So maybe have
won 14 grand. So I think you would need 12 grand or something. Or 14 grand. Tittle. I'm sure Tittle had a horse there as well. Again, I'd probably win. Mate, no, really excited about that actually, and it's an amazing time of the year too because we've got that Karaka Millions, and now we've also got Champions Day as well. From a racing fan and punting perspective, it's pretty cool and plenty to look forward to. I should mention as well, mate. Whilst I've been scratching around doing not a hell of a lot, you've had Joel's Juice back last week and Sammy Durant the week before as well. Absolute legends.
Yeah. Sammy Durant's a good guy, and he gave us the best bet as well. And I can't remember what was going on. I think that was when I was going over. I was about to take my flight to the Gold Coast, and so I was sort of rushing around to get all the best bets in and do the email, and I missed his one out, so I didn't add it in the email. Didn't send it out to the app. Didn't add it in the app, and of course it won. It was Trans End, I think. I'm not sure if Trans.
the TAB Racing Club horse.
Yeah.
Who's that? Who's got that?
I don't know. Oh man.
What's happened there?
Yeah.
Who's going to own all these horses now that the TAB Racing Club shut down?
I'm sure they'll find some people to buy them. You know,
I'll buy it for
someone will want to buy in haste and and Transcend as well.
And the one that won on the weekend. That was Transcend. Sorry.
Yeah.
What about the Juice? Joel's Juice. He's over in Sydney. What a legend.
Yeah, he's good, man. Yeah, he's he is a legend. Looks like he caught up with Kimmy's on the weekend as well. I didn't ask Kimmy's too much about it, but looked like they'd had a few beers. That's for sure.
Yes, Luke's was it this morning or yesterday morning about their weekend over there. Luke was hosting. Well, he was with boys trip over at the Ramwick meeting on Saturday, and then the grand final on Sunday. And people probably saw some of his social media posts with the smile with the lads. It was hilarious, hey?
Oh, it was great content. Yeah,
it sounds like they lost all their money, which is pretty standard behaviour.
Yeah. Like sounds like they've had an absolute nightmare on the NRL grand final, and probably the wrong place to be sitting if you back in Melbourne as well, because it sounds like they were sitting in the Brisbane Broncos supporters section.
Oh yeah. Fuck, Reece Walsh fans, geez, that'd be painful. What a freak that guy is, man.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. Just on another level. I actually didn't watch the game live. I woke up in the morning and watched the replay. Funny enough, I was in the Gold Coast, and like my cousins are huge Broncos supporters. My cousin's a Sharky supporters, but his wife is a diehard Broncos supporter. And so we watched the game. We watched the semi-final with them,
right?
And they were pretty pumped and pretty excited about that. And so they were having like a big party. They were. She'd like kitted out her whole shed with all these different shirts and flags.
Really?
All sorts of stuff. Everyone was coming over for barbecue. So good on them. I'm very happy for them. But you know what? Next year's our year.
It's our year next year. That's exactly right. The Broncos are going to have to watch out. So that was one hell of a game, and hopefully Luke and the lads had a really good weekend over there. Speaking of weekends, mate, we've got some racing this weekend, which we're going to rip through.
Yeah.
We've got meeting at Topor tomorrow, which we're not going to go through, but we've got some best. I think Ted's got us a bit there for later on. We've got Otaki on Saturday, Ashburton on Saturday, and then Rotorua on Sunday as well. So, mate, let's just try and find some winners, eh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is there anything else that you wanted to mention?
No, not now. I'm just going to watch this horse. We're just watching the out the gate.
Run already?
Yeah, I think they've got
Sounds
a bit
like you,
on.
mate.
They've got a bid on Lincoln La Moose, which I do also have a bid on.
Who's that out the gate?
Number 2. Yeah, they're out the gate.
They'll be unhappy because they only got it for $1.45. It's paying $2.
I think I've got Lincoln La Moose, which is in the trail. I think that's in my multi, but I need it to win. It looks like it's going to get beaten.
Was the thing in green's the favourite, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's been beaten. It's been beaten by the one. I'm pretty sure they had the Quinella. Well, I hope they had the Quinella. Zach Butcher said number 1 was his best bet of the day. And
did number 1 just win?
It did just win, yeah.
So did the out the gate, did they win?
Who knows, mate? No, don't know.
Oh, yeah, no, they had the favourite, mate. The guy who out's going to need to top the pot up. Punters Club's hard, eh?
Punters Club's real hard.
Real difficult, huh?
Yeah, real hard, man.
Anyway, mate, race 7 on Saturday, Otaki. It's a heavy 9 at the moment. It's a spring sprint. It's only a Group 3. We will get to the group race at Ashburton as well, but we'll go north to south. Bliss bets on this as well too, mate, which is really cool. Surely you found a winner on a heavy 9 at Otaki.
Yeah, talking about the Bliss bet, I just seen Alex Robinson. He's the one I selected out to.
Good on you, Alex.
Bliss bet this week, so
that's a great bet.
Great bet. Very, very happy with that. I'm going to back it to win as well because I think it is a very, very good chance of winning. It was so impressive first up. We're talking about the Scunner, of course. I think he was so impressive. I said to myself at its last start, I was like, I think I'll wait off till second up. I went back at first up. Of course, it comes out and kicks their heads in. And I was like, damn, what was I doing? But I know Kimmy's, I think, had this as his best bet at one point last year. So I think it maybe ran third. And then came out 2 starts later and won, which is pretty standard
behaviour, right?
Real standard behaviour for our tips sometimes. Chantilly Lace, I think, is an interesting one in here as well with Chrissy Banbury. It's been going, reasonably well and can perform well on a heavy track. 16 starts, 2 wins, 5 placings, and a third. So it'll be interesting to see how Chantilly Lace goes as well. And it's going to come down a lot to how the track's playing, later in the day as well. How heavy is the track? Where are they coming from? I thought Spencer was pretty good last start, winning. But a huge amount of this is probably going to come down to, how the track is, is playing on the day. If the track is, if the track is, like really heavy and cutting up really bad and wanting horses to go to the outside, it's going to suit some horses way more than others. So I think probably for me in this race, I'm going to stick with the Scunner. I think I'm going to back it to win. And then I'll be backing it, for a place or top 4 as well.
Well, the GOAT's best bet is in at Otaki. It's not in this race, but he said the underfoot conditions will suit the horse. It's his best bet. So he's expecting it, I presume, to be a heavy. Mm-hmm. There's been 24 millimeters in the last 7 days, and it's still heavy.
Yep.
And it's going to be cloudy for the next 2 days, so it's still going to be heavy.
Yeah.
Isn't it? I mean, that's
it's just like, is it going to rain on the day and then turn into an absolute slogfest?
I mean, who knows? I was the same as you. I actually, last night looking through it, landed on the Scunner too. So old Alex is just, he's got his mind into it. He's on the same page as us. So I'll probably back the Scunner to win as well. I thought Turn the Ace might be worth a bet too from barrier 1. That thing always just goes to the front, and at least like a top 3 or top 4 bet in this type of race on a heavy track. It could just get out in front and battle its way home, but everything else might find it quite hard to get past.
Yeah.
What's Electron, mate? Why have they opened Electron at $3.80? I don't
know, man. I'm not a bookmaker. I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking and how they operate, but maybe they think that it's going to come out and do a job on them. Yeah. It's coming down. I don't know, mate.
Yeah, I don't know enough about it either. But I really like Bourbon Empress, but not keen on a heavy first up, that's for sure. Even a soft first up, probably not that keen. And Archaic Smile, just not keen second up on a heavy track, although I think that horse will win some races this season. So the Scunner at 53 kgs, to me, top 4 boosted from $2.30 up to $3. That's a bloody handout from the TAB, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm hoping this turns into sort of like one of those Kelly Alpha Ashes situations, and this thing ends up paying $5 and $2 a place.
Yeah,
$2 top 4 or something.
That'd be pretty good. That would be very good. Outside of that, good luck. Spencer's taking some money, but sounds like we're both with the Scunner, mate. So that's fantastic. Ashburton. What race is this going to be? This is going to be race 8, the Barneswood Farm Group 3, and the horse that I incorrectly mentioned before, Origin of Love. That's not Luke's. Luke's not got ownership in it, but it's in this race.
Yeah, it is interesting. I was surprised that Miss Starlight was paying $5 and $1.90. I think that's an each way play all day. She was just so impressive last start against almost all of these, except was Miss Ziggy in that race as well?
No, Miss Ziggy won the last race.
She won her last start. No, but she lost to Miss Starlight as well.
Yeah, she did 4 lengths.
So, Miss Ziggy came out and won pretty impressively last start, albeit against a sort of lower opposition. This Oligato, was it?
A lot
ago.
Corey Campbell knows how to find.
Yeah, be interested to see how this goes, but not sure that, it's going to be interesting. But the fact that, Miss Starlight's sort of done a job on sort of all these other horses and is paying $5 and $1.90. Yes, it's drawn barrier 9, but I think this might be the standout filly, and I think she's going to be running in the top 3 in the 1,000 Guineas.
Right. You've been keeping an eye on it.
Oh, trying to, yeah.
I don't follow these races enough, down there. You've been following them?
Oh yeah, I'm a sicko, man. I watch all the races.
I remember Miss Ziggy from the Karaka Millions, and it had a little bit of a rap, but I don't think it did. It ran that well in the Karaka Millions.
It ran 3rd or 4th, didn't it?
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
That's how much I'm.
And it was paying $10 or $15 a place.
Was it?
Yeah.
What? Really?
My cousin's nickname used to be Ziggy. So
right.
He backed it on the day, I remember, and that's why he was over the moon. Yeah, paid a huge price for a place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to throw anything into the mix here. I've heard a lot about a lot of go. But yeah, I just don't know these horses enough. But my best bet in race 1 was beaten by Origin of Love last start. So I'm just going to say that if my best bet wins in race 1 at Ashburton, then Origin of Love will be fine because, it's Frank
That's
the form.
the method, yeah.
Is that how, that's what Ted says, Frank the form?
Yeah, Frank the form, yeah. I mean, I think a few people say that.
Oh, do they?
Especially Frank.
All right.
When he's doing his form.
Who else says that? I don't even know. Anyway, okay, Sunday. The Swainers Stakes at Rotorua. This looks like a really nice race, and mate, there's actually some really nice races. If we've got a soft 5 or 6 on Sunday, it'd be a good day's racing because race 8, you've got a few mates in there that you've had as best bets previously. But yeah, race 8, the Swain. Race 7, the Swainess. Good race.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one, because it is like a little bit of a battle of a few horses that have been up for a while versus a couple that are relatively fresh up. I like what you mentioned before, even though I was sort of joking about Whiskey and Roses on a heavy track is a serious contender. I do really think Midnight Edition should have won that last start for $3,800, but what can you do? Twain,
robbed there.
Yeah, absolutely robbed. Twain's been just ever so consistent. It's a heavy 9. I'm not sure I see it getting any better than a heavy 9. So potentially that drops Crocetti out. I'm going to throw one out there. This is pretty loose. A top 4 bet on Gosh Bowden at $6.
Ran third last start. I was about to say, when did this horse last run top 4, but there was last start.
Yeah.
Remember this
behind
horse
Whiskey and Roses in Midnight Edition.
Remember this horse won like 5 or 6 races in a row, maybe 2 seasons ago on a heavy track?
Yeah.
Yeah. It can win.
Yeah, I don't know if it can win.
Sorry,
61s, yeah, but I think maybe it can run top 4. But in saying that as well, like I can see why the money's come for Grail Seeker. Like she is class and probably shouldn't have been paying $10. Is that what she opened up at? That was I can see why she's into $7.50 and potentially, if she's at her best, she should be $3 or $2.50 or maybe even $2. But you just sort of don't quite know what you're going to get, right? Like it's been 3 starts now where she hasn't shown that devastating turn of foot and put them away, albeit, one of those starts was in Perth and, that's a long way to go and travel and probably not ideal circumstances. And then last start sort of failed to flatter, really. Was she unlucky? I haven't looked at those videos too much to sort of see if maybe she didn't get her chance, but I find this one a real difficult race to find a winner and have any confidence around it.
Why are you not backing Midnight Edition off the back of the last run?
I just can't. Yeah. It'll probably come out a win when I don't back it, but I just that hurt me. It should have put them away in that race.
Yeah.
And it didn't. And I'm saying it's probably I don't know, picked up a little bit of cat somewhere.
Yeah. Mate, I think Crocetti will probably come out. We all love Jaffe, but you're never backing Jaffe first up on a heavy track. Glamour Tycoon I also love, and maybe second up on a soft track. It could beat this field, but I'm not 100% sure about that. If it's heavy, I'm going to back Whiskey and Roses. If it's not heavy, I think I'm going to back Midnight Edition. But I don't want to back it at $5. I want it to pay a little bit more than that. I don't know. Just in this field where there's probably 5 or 6 horses that could win it.
It's giving away 1.5 kilos to Grail Seeker, a Group 1 winner. Because obviously conditions. But it's a $5 shot versus you're getting $7.50. That for me, I just can't equate that. The math's not mathing.
It's a really good point. You can't back, So soft track.
But I don't want to talk you out of that. I've already talked you out of one today. That's not gone well for you.
The soft track Midnight Edition, heavy track Whiskey and Roses. Whiskey and Roses, as much as that was annoying because we all backed it Midnight Edition and you had a big multi on it, that was really, really impressive. It came from a long way back and just absolutely charged past it.
Yeah.
If you could run that race 100 times and it wouldn't get beaten.
Yeah, I'd piss test it for sure.
It was funny after we were texting each other. Everyone, we were like, any other horse in that race, apart from Frostfair was in the race and all these other horses.
Yeah.
You could cop anything else betting it.
But Frostfair goes past and just destroys him. I could have copped that any day of the week.
Yeah.
I couldn't cop Whiskey. I just couldn't. But Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah. All right, we got a few comments there. Wait, let's move on to anything else that we like, mate. Firstly, I think let's start with Ted, because Ted's texted me before. He's got a runner for everybody at Taupō tomorrow. Taupō Race 3 High Society, first started by Ace High, who won a trial nicely at Rotorua last month. The second and fourth horses were impressive winners at the Waipa trials today. Good draw and grills to pay the bills on. So Ted's liking High Society tomorrow, race 3 at Taupō to kick off your weekend well.
Nice. Talking about first starters, did you see last Friday night at Moonee Valley, Melanie Bell had her first fall?
Yeah, back today. Did you back it as well?
Yeah, of course I did.
Yeah, lyrics and song or something, was that right?
Yeah.
I hate the Valley. Why do they run with the Valley?
Yeah, well, fuck, I'm going to the Cox. But there's going to. I think the Cox Plate's the last meeting of the Valley as we know it.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
They're completely redoing it.
That's good that you're going to see that though.
That's one of the reasons I was like, I'm definitely going to go this year.
Are they completely redoing the whole what do you call it, like stadium and everything, or are they redoing?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I know for sure that they're completely redoing the track. They're making like a big 400-meter straight, etc. So it's no longer going to be. Yeah, it's no longer going to be the iconic Valley anymore. And I assume they're going to be doing grandstands and stuff, and probably cutting off a bit of the land to do some developments or something, to pay for it a bit.
That's just not the same. The Cox Plate is the Cox Plate because of the Valley.
And
the 200-meter straight.
Yeah, the Valley roars. Yeah, I'm definitely going to miss that, eh?
Like J-Mac winning, is it 2 seasons ago on that Hong Kong horse, or maybe it was last year, sort of 3 or 4 wide, and just getting over the line of a nose, which, the Valley is so hard to be able to do.
Yeah.
And Imperator swinging around past Giga Kick and winning
this time for the big A.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, that track's, it sucks to punt at, but that's a shame that they're moving on from there.
Yeah.
I enjoy that, mate. That'll be good.
Righto. Well, I've got a couple as well, actually. Friday night at Addington, race number 12.
Oh, you forgot
going to the harness, yeah. But this one I really like, man. This horse has had 3 starts, and it sort of got better and better every start. Its first start was good. Second start, it won relatively impressively. Last start, I think it was his best run that it's had, and it ran 3rd. It came from a long way off them, and they ran pretty slick time as well. But War Chief, it's the Barry Purdon, Scott Phelan stable. I did send a message to Scotty as well and ask him how it's going, and he said that the horse is well, and so I think he thinks it's going pretty well. But it gets a really good barrier draw this week, and I'm hoping that it can get an economical run. And I think this horse might be too good for them. They're going to get around $5. It opened at $8.50.
Did it?
Yeah, and into $5s quite quickly.
I think I had a bit last night. It was like $5.50.
Yeah, so I've got a fair bit on that one already. And then, of course, I've got another one. Yeah, race 3 at Caulfield. A horse called Scary ran 2nd in the Derby last year, the VRC Derby. And last start, it was the first time that it had been up over distance since the Derby, and it ran 2nd. But pretty much all around that, it sort of hasn't really done much. It's been sort of running on in the last 100 meters or whatever, but not, finishing like a 6th or an 8th or something like that. But I think, I think this horse is ready to go. Caulfield, 2,400 meters. Scary. I think he's going to be a real good chance. He's about $12. I think that's a good each way play.
Yeah, I had a $10 each way bet on that after you mentioned it to me before the podcast, mate.
Nice.
Why not? Could have a go.
Yeah, you should have one on Canadian Lass.
Oh, well, back at next time it'll run last probably. Oh no, look good. I see someone in the comments has got Cognito in the Ashburton Cup going for 3 in a row. Who had that in the comments? Taylor Field. Yeah, that was one that I thought was good as well. Cognito I bet on so many times last season. It was in my black book, and it kept on getting me place money because I was each way. And I didn't even realise it was running down south, and it's won 2 in a row, and I've missed out times. So I'll have a bet this weekend and it'll lose, unfortunately. But I like that. Taupō race 1 tomorrow. The horse called Snowflake. It ran behind Loverbeal last start at Taupō, and it was coming home really, really well, as good as Loverbeal. Loverbeal hasn't franked the form because it didn't win at Matamata on Saturday, but that was a heavy track, and it still ran pretty well. I just like the finish, so I thought maybe Snowflake. And then Taupō race 5 tomorrow. Woman in Charge. Did you see? You probably didn't see that last start, but mate, at Taupō as well, it was absolutely huge finish for 2nd, making up loads of ground. So I just thought based on that finish, that was worth a bet. And then, sorry, mate, I've got another one. That's right. A little multi on
fine.
Saturday. Otaki race 3, Just Charlie into Matewa. I can't remember what race is. Oh, sorry, race 8, Matewa,
Otaki.
race 3, Just Charlie.
Yeah.
Just Charlie was so unlucky last start as the favourite. It hardly got a run. It was in the trail, couldn't get out. And then Matewa, I know Luke's best bet's in that race, so sorry, Luke, but that looks like a good horse.
Yeah, it's been going great, Gunzo, and just keeps performing. I think even was it 2 starts back, it ran second. Like it was still a good, credible second.
And Robbie Patterson has some good horses, You know, like individually, some really good horses. I remember like Coventina Bay and those types that were just so good.
A lot of them, like a Lucy.
Like a Lucy, of course, who's running this Saturday. One Bowl Cat. You know, what did One Bowl Cat run on the weekend? Or no, the race was banned today.
Yeah,
Matter.
Yeah. The last 2 races. Yeah.
I thought it might have snuck that one, You know. Anyway, what about Australia, mate? What do we got this Saturday?
Well, we got a few Kiwis there because race 7 at Caulfield, we got Like a Lucy, Damask Rose, and Desert Lightning all in there. I think Like a Lucy's a serious chance in this race. I will 100% be having a bet on her. The other thing as well is that, like, realistically, Damask Rose, I think, has a real good chance as well. Finally gets a barrier draw. I think she's drawn barrier 1 or barrier 3. So finally gets a barrier draw. What she got? 3. Yeah. $15 and $3.90. You know, she's not been running terrible races. She's just been so far off them. And it's very, very hard to make ground. But I thought Like a Lucy was so impressive fresh up that even the barrier draw, I think, puts her into this as well. I think there's a chance of running the Quinella.
I see Blake Shin's got off to Mass Rose and is on Evaporate. Evaporate was in the Kiwi last year behind
Damask
Rose that Blake Shin was on,
Yeah.
Interesting. Evaporate won well at the Valley last start, but mate, you've got to back the Kiwis. Absolutely got to back the Kiwis. Like a Lucy's a serious horse.
Yeah, I think she's a real serious horse. I think I think we might see her, and we might see her next year. Taking on some of these big races, like the Cox Plate and the Caulfield Cups, etc.
Like a Lucy reminds me of Orchestral. Where's Orchestral?
Yeah, don't know.
Not come out yet.
No, not heard anything yet. Don't know if she's if she's been retired or what's gone on. Potentially being retired.
Sure, surely not, mate. I hope not.
Right.
Willie Dewar was in this race, but is now going to be Rosehill race 9. Is that right?
Yeah, something like that. Is he down there? He's got a rider and gal there. He is there. Yeah.
Willie Dewar, yes. Scratch from Caulfield. Rosehill race 9. Gringotts is in that race.
That's a $2 million race as well, I think.
Mate, it's the Alan Brown Stakes. Alan Brown, just absolutely legend.
$1.6 million.
You must have heard of Alan Brown.
No, I never heard of him.
There'd be loads of Alan Browns in the world.
I've never heard of one.
I wonder what one of those. Gringotts is carrying 61, but it'll still be Ted's best bet. He loves it.
He does love it. That and Jimmy Starr. Jimmy Starr went a huge race.
Mate, that was massive.
Yeah.
That was absolutely hitting the line so hard. Is that going to be Everest?
I think so, yeah. I backed Briasa. I was pretty happy in that. Race.
Yeah. Briasa, the grey. You've got to love the grey. Especially the sprinter.
Sprinty grey. It's like Chautauqua all over again.
Who's going to win the Everest? I know we're doing a podcast next Saturday.
Oh, shit. Jolly Star.
Really?
Yeah.
That ran in the Everest last year?
Yeah.
No,
flew home as well.
Did it?
Yeah.
You got a great memory for these things, eh? Why Jolly Star?
I just like the way that she won fresh up. Like, I just can't bring myself to even though I'm not Australian or anything like that, there's a Hong Kong horse. The horse was bred in New Zealand, so it's kind of technically a Kiwi horse. But, it's coming from Hong Kong, and it's sort of like coming out and it's like, no. It's like us versus them, even though we're not Australian. I sort of feel a little bit
you don't want it to win. Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Does it win, though? When you say Jolly Star, do you genuinely mean that Kaying Rising won't?
No. I think Kaying Rising will probably win by 3.
Really? Yeah.
But, just based on what I've seen him do in Hong Kong. But equally, maybe the competition that he's racing over there is just not quite up to, because Brias is a pretty bloody good horse.
Yeah, man.
And so is Jolly Star, and so is Jimmy Star. We've got there's some real quality sprinters in Australia. So, and it's one of those things, literally anything can happen in a sprint race. You get 1 second of getting a bump and going in the wrong direction, and that could cost you the race. The big benefit probably for Kaying Rising is that he jumps and goes to the front.
Right.
And so has sort of every opportunity to keep himself out of trouble.
Even if it's wide barrier? Like, it's going to draw a wide barrier.
Yeah, like he'll probably jump and go forward. Yeah, a little bit like Nature Strip, like Nature Strip used to just doesn't matter. He could be in fucking 64 and he'll jump and like push forward. He just always did.
Couldn't win the Everest.
No.
What won the Everest that year? We were there.
Giga Kick
won it. Yeah,
fucking stormed down the house. I remember we were at the 200 meter mark. We all thought we'd won.
Cashing
in the ticket.
we talk about that all the time, but it was another J-Mac horse that day that did the same fucking thing.
Oh yeah, I think I don't want to.
We were so steamed. We were at the red line, and we just thought that we were at the winning post. That's it.
The only way I could make money on that Saturday was like betting at the Mountain Harness or something after the Everest. It was like the only way I could make money. It was
I can't remember after the Everest. I think we went to Bondi or something.
Nice, mate. All right, should we get into these best bets and the blessed bet? I'll kick it off with the blessed bet, eh?
Yeah.
Alex Robinson, thanks, mate. Thanks for listening in, and you've got the blessed bet this week, mate. And we've gone to Otaki Race 7, the Scunner. We want it to run top 4. He was impressive fresh up over the 1400. Comes up with a reasonable barrier draw. We're hoping he can get 2 or 3 pairs back and get some cover and then get over the top of them late. We'll take him for the top 4 for some security, $2.35, boosted up to $3. That is a horny bet.
That's a really, really good bet. $3. Good on you. Righto. The harness racing lads have Scanman's best is at Addington Race 5 tomorrow night. What a name. Ready, Set, Jet at $5.50 and $2. Been racing super, and he gets a start on his main rivals here. Off the front, should run a cracking race. Marco's been going good.
Marco's been going great. 3 in a row already, I think. 3 or 4 in a row.
Where was this last year?
Bang, 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 bang. Yeah, I don't know. We needed it early. But he's given it to us this year. And he's given us another one here as well. Race number 8, Mighty Logan, $11. Really feel this horse is well placed here. 2,000 meters will really suit him. Third up from his spell, and he gets his chance to potentially settle a lot closer to the speed from his key rivals off the back mark. Good beginning, and he'll be right in play. Now, this is a tidy field. You've got Oscar Bonavina, Midnight. Who else is in there?
Republican Party?
No, there's a pacer. But
what does that mean?
Yeah. There's a bet and win. There's a host of really quality trotters in this race. So I was surprised to see him go for one here. But Mighty Logan, I think, is a very, very good trotter. And I think he's probably he might, between him and bet and win, they're like our next top tier trotter on the block, And so he could step and get a good spot. They're only over 2,000 meters. He's only off 10 meters versus some of those other ones are off 20 meters. So, yeah, I think he's a really good chance.
You've got him top 4 in your multi, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
215 or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Nice. What about Gasso? Where's Gasso going?
The Gasso's going to Monte Carrara Sunday, race number 10, the Coleman. He's not given us any data or info about it. No idea what it's paying because the odds are probably not out yet. But if you're going to have a bet on Sunday, do it at Monte Carrara. Gasso, he always goes good, the Coleman.
Is this the first grass harness of the season or something?
No. There was one. There's been a couple. Last week there was. It was like a heavy 64. Like it was.
How do they go on the heavy track?
Mate, you should have seen the drivers come off. Like they pulled their goggles down and their face was like caked in mud. It was unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it. It was crazy.
Is it like the gallops where like they go better in the heavy than they do on a good track? Is that, or does it not matter?
Yeah, I mean, for the most of them don't go any good on it. Like, yeah, they were trudging, They were absolutely trudging through it.
Oh, fuck, I'll have to choose next time. That's hilarious. Right, I'm only starting because my race is on the first. My horse is on the first at Ashburton on Saturday. I think it's called Key Sierra. This horse keeps finding one better. It loves it running a second. It's run 4 seconds in a row, and every time it's absolutely gapped third or fourth. So it's sort of only just being beaten for first, and then it's got loads back to third or fourth. Just beaten by Origins of Love last start, who's the favourite in the Barneswood Farm on Saturday. It beat Origins of Love 2 starts ago, still running second. But yeah, hopefully from barrier 3. Finds the rail, just keeps kicking away from them to start the day. I think it's paying about $4.50, so yeah, not the worst money.
Nice one, mate. And then I'm going to Cash Burton, race number 6, spot on time. I'm hoping this horse can hit the front spot on time. He's been in the black book since October last year, and he's done a really good job through Cup Week. He's raced 4 times at the track for 2 wins and 2 seconds. The wide draw isn't ideal, but I think there's a bit of quality about this horse. And Alan Sharik Is it Alan Sherrick?
Surely not down at
Or is it? Oh, it's
Ashburn. That's a bit far up, isn't it?
who was it? Sorry.
Oh, that's okay, mate. We'll come back to that. I'll go on to Kimmy's, who's just going for the same best bet as he had last week. He's gone to Otaki race 8, 10 foot tall. Better go again after last week's abandonment. Should be no issues with the wet, and grills may surprise them and pay the bills for the boys.
It's Terry Ray. That's
Terry
who
Ray.
Yeah. I have no idea.
How
No
many of
idea.
these spates have you had, mate?
Oh, man, yeah, too many beersies for me. Yeah, Terry Ray. Yeah, like a good trainer.
Nice. You're on Goat's Best, mate.
Yeah, the Goat's Best. I like this one as well. And I like this horse's name as well. Dubai's Portiki. Last start winner, it's Otaki race number 6. Last start winner who has been freshened for this. Won't mind the underfoot conditions and wouldn't be surprised to see him go back-to-back. Dubai's Portiki.
Good on you, Goat. We missed you last week, mate. So, hopefully you can get on the board this week. Ted's best is Rotorua race 1 on Sunday, number 13. Sweet Talkin' Gal. She finished an unlucky second on debut behind Mr. Marigold at Tarapa in July and comes into this off the back of an easy trial win at Tarapa a couple of weeks ago. Scratch from Avondale on Wednesday. Great idea. And Topor on Friday and set to go here in the first at Rotorua for a Sunday fill-up. The Juice, Joel's Juice, mate. He's got one. Oh, yeah, this is a good bet.
Yeah, Caulfield, race number 12, number 8. J-Max back on Wotan. And it's had one win from 4 and a second from its 5 starts. 4 seconds. A win in 4 seconds from its 5 starts. It's in the Coolmore colours. Has been beaten by a better horse every time, but I think it's finally a race that this horse can win in the Caulfield Guineas. And he said, please pay the bills.
It's taken quite a bit of money as well. It's hit to 350, I think, this afternoon. It was 440 or something yesterday.
Yeah.
And there's another Autumn something rather in there, which was favourite. So, fuck, they might just keep taking money for it, eh?
Just on that, because it just reminded me, there's a horse that's in my black book, Observer.
Oh, yeah. $31.
This horse, it was at a midweek meeting 3 starts ago. It was at, Sandown Hillside.
Is this Joel's Juice race?
Something. Yeah. Sandown Lakeside.
Yeah.
It won by 5 lengths. It absolutely kicked their heads in.
Right.
It's a huge step up in grade, but $31 and $7.50. I will be having a little bit of an each way play on this horse here, for sure. Observer, and I might even Quinella it with Wotan. What
did Autumn Glow do last start? I remember seeing. Oh no, it's Autumn Boy.
Autumn Boy, yeah.
Autumn Glow. That was at the Valley.
Disappointing, yeah. No, it was at Randwick, I think. Was it? Yeah. I think it was a little bit disappointing. Oh, Rosehill, sorry. Yeah, it was a little bit disappointing last start.
Okay. Well, good luck to Observer and good luck Joel's Juice on Woderton, $3.50. Mate, this has been good. We should come here for a Friday night podcast section. We could do it out the gate. We could pretend to be out the gate and stand out here and
see if everyone wants to put some money. Maybe we'll start up a betcha.
Start a pot.
Start a betcha pot. All right.
Who's going to deal with the comments?
Oh, we'll just block them.
Yeah.
Okay. No, you're not allowed to comment. If you come in, if you comment, you're blocked.
Yeah. It could work here. Then you've got a casting couch for after hours over there, mate.
That's if we win.
Jeez,
all right.
So there's the Bachelor pair. Good on you, mate. It's been good to catch up.
Yeah, you too, man. Good to see you.
Good luck out there, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Oh.